Alright, my friends, welcome back to the channel here. We are back. The summer has been very busy, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about a product line, and we're going to focus on this company that's based out of Poland, and they are called Archon Studio. And this is not a paid promotion. This is basically, I've purchased a bunch of these products. I've participated in GameFound / Kickstarter campaigns with this company, and I really like their products. Not only are they easy to use, easy to assemble, easy to paint, they're very affordable compared to a lot of the companies that are making terrain out there. I believe that the Dungeons and Lasers line, which is their sort of Dungeons and Dragons Pathfinder line, is basically directly competing with things like Dwarven Forge, which are very cool but incredibly expensive. Those type of products are not for everybody, but this type of stuff is pretty dang affordable. And if you participate in any of these Kickstarter / GameFound campaigns like I have, I purchased basically 2 of them so far, and then I've invested in another one. So I've purchased the Dungeons and Lasers encounters, which we're going to look at today in the video. I've basically constructed a lot of that stuff, and oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. This is like the compare it to other D&D miniatures, and of course I'm going really fast through here, so I'm gonna leave links. But yeah, so I've participated in the Dungeons and Lasers encounters, which is basically a bunch of D&D stuff, miniatures, etc., terrain, etc. The Rampart terrain, which is the sci-fi, which I won't show in this video. We may do another. And then this new Deus Lair, which has been totally funded and unlocked, and you could see all the cool things, miniatures, big giant turtle and stuff that have been unlocked. So that should be shipping out very soon, the company says, and I believe you can still buy some of that stuff, but a lot of the campaign stuff that is really popular gets eventually added to their website. And then there's a new one here, this Caves, which I'm just showing you really quick. So here is some of the products, and this is some of the sprues, plastic sprues here. And the reason why Archon Studio is really coming in and changes the game is that they actually have the machines to create this injection molded plastic, which is basically, despite 3D printing is kind of the cheapest way to get the products out there, and it's still high quality. And if you're not into plastic, if you're not into the carpal tunnel clipping the sprues, this product is probably not for you. But like, the bang for your buck is like, I've barely assembled half of the stuff that I bought. I maybe did about $250 into this GameFound / Kickstarter, and there's so much stuff. Like, I've been working on this for like 8 or 9 months, and this is the base dungeon tiles, and they work with this little clip system. They're in these little grids, which I believe are an inch and a quarter. Here's the little clip system that they use. So it's like kind of like Legos, really easy to use. If you're running a D&D session, you can maybe spend 30 minutes putting together a little dungeon and set it to the side, and it's like Legos. As much time as it takes to build it, about half the time it takes to split that apart. And here is kind of like the bucket of stuff that I'm kind of still painting, but we needed to get a video out, so we're gonna show you what is completed and some of the stuff that's not. So there are doors and little walls that I've sort of painted in this theme with like the moss on the side, a little bit of like the red sandstone kind of color. There's these little rampart clips. You can actually take these clips and put the buildings together, or no, pardon me, put the dungeon tiles together to create buildings. So there's a whole bunch of stuff available in their second Kickstarter. This is just some of the stuff that's been spray painted and hasn't been painted yet. I'm just kind of still not sure what I'm gonna do. Actually, my idea is that I'm gonna leave, since there's so much of this stuff, I'm gonna leave some of it just prime. So once maybe I get to a new location with my Dungeons and Dragons group, I can paint the stuff, before the session there, and kind of create something new that I need. And yeah, there's just so much stuff. This little box, it's hard to tell probably with the camera, but like this box is like, a foot by a foot by like 5 inches. It's just full of dungeon tiles. So it's, if you get this little stairs here, which we haven't painted yet, but yeah, if you purchase this, like this is the base dungeon tile set. There are just so many tiles, and I believe you can get that without the Kickstarters. I think it's like $75, and when you get it on one of the Kickstarters as an add-on, it's only about $50. Here's part of those buildings, little I believe they're called balustrades, little balcony things. This is the roof, so there's a whole roof system that you can put on top of the dungeon tiles to create buildings as well. You can create little towns. There is also different themes. So there's a whole road set, a whole sewer set. I have the road set. I don't have the sewer set. I just had to limit myself here. I had to practice some self-control here on this game found. And here's some of the stuff that I've painted up into the different themes. And I would say too, once again, this is not a sponsored video, but maybe you're one of those people who's been like creeping on crafting videos, creeping on Dungeons and Dragons videos, and you haven't delved into it yet. This would be a great way to get started and get a bunch of stuff to use for your campaign. I've played many campaigns with homemade terrain, and when you bring that stuff out, it really the players always are like, wow, and this is a little bit, maybe a step up, or maybe just a different style, not to compare, because I use both. Sometimes I use these rooms, sometimes I use the styrofoam stuff, but yeah, little cool themes here. There was a little dwarven mind here with that sort of sandy area. This is sort of like a dwarven temple. There's this like torture chamber, which could be like a wizard's necromancer's lair, that sort of thing. But yeah, like if you've been on creeping on the peripheral, get into one of these campaigns. Like, they deliver it always on time. Amazing company. The CEO and a lot of the big time people up at Archon Studio are always doing live streams, updating people on the products. They communicate with the customers. And yeah, we haven't even said it, but you've seen it. Like, the stuff is good. It's easy to paint, looks great on the table. And I'm just like barely like showing you what I got with this Kickstarter. I think like I mentioned, I spent about $250, and I got all these tiles. This is kind of like painted up in like a Gondor kind of theme for some sort of temple or some sort of different kind of town. But yeah, like with it, there was miniatures, there was little terrain sets. There's this like stone little temple giants thing that I painted, but like this video got a little bit too long, so we're not going to show all that other stuff. Little scatter terrain, and now we're going to see some of the miniatures and stuff. So a little cool like evil tree man here. That man, miniatures are cool, and they're really easy to put together. Used a little super glue, and really easy to paint. Lots of textures. With the latest Kickstarter, the encounters, you got a sample of the Deus lair miniatures. This is one of them. This is this little like bird man wizard guy. There's a little Wendigo on the right here in the middle. I believe it's some sort of like a shambling mound, and the little beastman bully on the left. But really cool miniatures, really easy to paint. the bases come textured, so they're really easy to paint, and also too, for anyone who's interested, we're not going to do like a painting tutorial on this, but basically I did the normal style that I do in a lot of the videos. If you've seen my Mordheim videos, I do basically a slap chop with a little bit of dry brush detailing on top, and this is another one of these like tree man guys, and he apparently, the lore, there's these little creepy alien dudes on top who use the tree man as a sort of kind of like Grogu in the Mandalorian when he was inside that robot. But yeah, we have a Cerberus, a troll, we have this really cool snake. It's wrapping itself around a column attacking. We have a little wizard dude, druid type guy. The camera isn't doing the details justice right now, but yeah, very cool little ogre. Well, not a little ogre, a large ogre dude. And this Cerberus, really great miniatures, man. They're doing a great job over there. This stuff, and I think the latest, like the Deus Lair, even like the minimum pledge is you're getting 400 miniatures, and we're gonna put like all the links below to all this stuff. So we have this giant lady. I painted her kind of like a cloud frost giant. Very cool. This wyvern, as they describe it, and many of these miniatures too come with options. So this wyvern had two base options: one where it's grasping onto a tree log, and the other where it's grasping onto this boat, which I went for the boat. And another kind of cool thing is, like, if you are into kit bashing and like bits and stuff and bases, is like these campaigns come with so much of that. I have like boxes and boxes of the stuff that like I haven't built or that I didn't use, and they're all little cool pieces available to use for future products. So yeah, the freaky tree. We have a little tent here, knight's tent type deal. Man, just all sorts of cool little stuff with the scatter terrain, little obelisks, and like I'm the kind of DM with my Dungeons and Dragons group who will base encounters off of terrain. Using terrain is a big deal for me for my campaigns. I know some of you guys may be different. Some people do the theater of mind. Comment below what is your favorite way to play D&D. Do you like miniatures? Do you like theater of the mind? Do you like Skype, that sort of thing? Yeah, there's this cool little Skyrim looking hut. Looks like the little huts in the Dwemer runes. More obelisks. We've gone simple with these. Just spray painted them. A little bit of gray stone, a little bit of moss, different greens. Highlighted the moss on the bottom and the trees, that sort of thing. So they could be in a dungeon, they could be in a forest. We can kind of put them in two different spots. But yeah, this is part of that giant's terrain. It's this giant runes, basically. Very unique statues, but could be used in all sorts of different situations, different games. And I've gone for a blue sort of setup, and I'm gonna put some minis on here just to show you how big these guys are. This cool little hand with like steps on it. You can make up all sorts of little stories, and this stuff's made of plastic. It's durable as all beep. So really cool little tower guy that we've painted here. Unpainted freaky little hut here with some bad mold lines, but I don't care about that stuff. Little like Viking buildings, look like maybe they belong to the Nords from Skyrim. This awesome merchant's little cart here. One of my favorite pieces out of the Dungeons and Lasers Encounters GameFound crowdfunding campaign. But yeah, hats off to Archon Studio. Like, buy some stuff off these guys. If you're one of those like people who's bitter about Games Workshop, these guys are coming up there and they're listening to what hobby people are saying, what miniature people are saying, and they're changing the game. But they also, if you're familiar with the game Conquest, Last Argument of Kings is it's kind of like a spiritual successor to the original Warhammer, a little bit larger scale. But Archon Studio actually manufactures these miniatures, and these are cool too. And this is a whole thing that we could go into. I'm not going to talk about this game, but it's a pretty cool game. I got the miniatures on a sale or something. It was like $100 for the base set, which gave you like 2 starter armies, and really kind of cool lore in the game. Going to leave all the links and stuff below, but I just wanted to show you these miniatures because they're made by Archon Studio. So this is not part of the Dungeons and Lasers line. This is not necessarily part of Archon Studio's products, but these are made with their plastic injection molding technology machine. So not only is this company making their own stuff, but people in the industry trust them enough to manufacture their stuff, and that's saying something. And I think I also believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that Jeremy from Black Magic Craft, who made his own game, I think it's called Models of Torment, and he manufactures that stuff through Archon Studio as well. So it's like they're really treating our community great. They deserve our business. God knows that I'm going to participate in their crowdfunds in the future. I've bought stuff directly from them. I've bought things off eBay, but cool stuff. So we'll leave all the links below. Oh yeah, this is the Tarask. This is the big piece unlocked through the last crowdfunding campaign, and I haven't painted yet, but it's awesome. But yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage.